In today's video tutorial, we're going to talk about carburetor seat installation and removal for the Maytag Model 92 carburetor. We'll go over the pieces we have and that we're going to use. We're going to use the carburetor seat tool here. This end is for pressing the seat in. This side is for taking the seat out. This here, of course, is the carburetor seat. A little bit more on that later. Before we get into our carburetor that we're actually rebuilding today, I'm going to start by showing you a little bit of a cutaway carburetor. A lot of people are unclear about what's in the carburetor, so we'll just start from the bottom and work our way up. This here is the air valve cap nut. There's the air valve spring, finally the air valve, and last but not least, the air valve seat. That's going to be the part we're removing today. To remove the seat, it's a simple process. You disassemble the carburetor, use the seat tool to press the seat further down in the body. It'll pop loose here and fall into the large cavity and fall out the air intake. It's a simple process. First we disassemble everything else, loosen the set screw, put it in our shop press, press it out. To put the new one in, we simply set the new seat on our seat tool and press it in till it stops, and the seat, as you can see here, will line up to be in the proper location. To remove the air valve seat, first you need to disassemble the carburetor. The first step in disassembling the carburetor will be to remove all the extra pieces, your fuel tube, check valve, your air cap nut. We have another video available on how to remove the air valve cap nut with our tool made for that. Once you have these pieces removed, remove the needle valve, spring, and assembly, and then loosen this set screw here that holds the seat into place. This set screw comes in the side of the carburetor and sits right in this little groove, as you can see here, and that's what clamps the seat in place. So loosen the set screw to enable us to press the seat out. Do note on carburetors, there's about 3 or 4 places in which they located the set screw in different years of production. Some will be on this side, some will be on this side, and some will be clear down here along the flat side. Wherever your set screw is, loosen the set screw up. With all the carburetor pieces removed and the set screw loosened and or removed fully from the body like so, we'll now step over to the press where we're going to press the seat out. To press the seat out, we're going to use the seat driver, the carburetor, and put it in a hydraulic press. If you don't have a hydraulic press, you could use a large vise, or worst case scenario, you could also use something like a block of wood to protect the driver and a hammer to press on and drive it out. If you do use a hammer, use a block of wood or a piece of brass to protect the tool so you don't ding it up. When in the press, I find a small block of aluminum as a good protector and a spacer to space out my press against the driving tool. Align the carburetor, the tool, and your press all in a straight line. You don't want to be too far this way or that way, as it can kick loose as you're pressing. Get things nice and square and ensure it's straight vertically down. Lay your spacer or block of aluminum in here and simply push down. Now you can use a standard hand operated press, but we use a pneumatic or hydraulic powered press. As the seat presses down, just keep an eye that everything is straight and in line with the carburetor. Keep a hand at the carburetor so you can catch it as it falls loose. Right there, the carburetor seat falls loose. You can see the tool becomes loose and the carburetor seat is now removed. Pick the carburetor up and we'll go back to the workbench. Now we simply remove the tool, lay it to the side, and if you look in here real close down in the carburetor, you'll see the seat laying in the air intake. Sometimes you'll have to shake the carburetor around a little bit to get the orientation right so that the carburetor seat will slide out the air intake hole. We're just going to simply turn the carburetor upside down and shake it until the seat comes out. Sometimes easier than others. And out comes the carburetor seat. With the carburetor seat removed out of the carburetor, we have bead blasted and polished our carburetor body, both inside and out. Wash it or rinse it out with some carburetor cleaner or in your solvent tank to make sure all your blasting media is out. Then I want to talk briefly for a second about carburetor seat orientation. It's important that your carburetor seat is in the right direction. On this side, you'll see a large ring and then a recess where your set screw holds, another ring, and then another recess. On this end, where the recessed or radiused area is where your air valve seats against, not the side with the ring right at the shoulder, but where the recessed area meets the shoulder. This side, when installed, needs to go on the tool like so, and needs to go on the carburetor like this. That way your air valve aligns on the proper side of the seat. Now that we're back at the press and we have the seat orientated correctly on the seat installation tool, we'll lubricate it slightly with your favorite choice of any kind of lubricant or penetrating oil. A little grease will work, just anything so that it's a nice easy press in. Slide the seat into the carburetor and make sure it's vertical. Don't make it slanted off to one side or the other. Keep it straight in line. Again, align it straight under your press and use some little buffer on the top to push against. Activate your press. And you'll see the seat slowly push right in. The beauty of this tool is the collar here prevents you from pushing it too far, and you can tell that you've not pushed quite enough. As you'll see here, we have a slight lip, meaning we need to go just a little more. Right there, it's pushed down tight. The seat is going to be in the proper place for the air to fuel mixture to be accurately run when we run the engine. We'll simply lift our press back up. Keep a good hold on everything in the press, as a lot of times they'll want to fall off the press and damage the carburetor. We'll remove the pieces, and now we'll go back to the bench. With the carburetor seat installed in the press, we can remove the carburetor seat tool and lay it to the side for the next carburetor rebuild project. The last step in installing the seat is to tighten the set screw on the side of the carburetor here. Don't over tighten it and strip the threads, just snug it up good. That'll hold the seat so it doesn't vibrate out of position one way or the other. Now, if you look down here in the end, you'll be able to see the installed seat. The seat will be in there and will wear, and will provide many more years of service to come. That'll conclude our video for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you're always free to give us a call at our shop number, and we'll be glad to help you with any advice or technical support that you might need in fixing your engines. Thanks for watching the video tutorial. I hope you learned something. Check out our eBay store for all the parts, products, and tools you might need for rebuilding your engine. And also check out our YouTube channel for other related videos. Also, be sure to check for our 5-disc DVD set on rebuilding the Maytag single-cylinder engine and the companion video for rebuilding the Maytag Twin. I'm Zach Northway, and thanks for watching.